Hey everyone and welcome. This is Francesca from Social Work Portal. If you're doing youth and juvenile social work today, you're not just assessing the traditional stuff. You're also thinking about screen time, social media use, and increasingly AI. This is a shift that's happening fast, and a lot of practitioners are playing catch up. We're going to look at the impact of the digital age on youth and juvenile social work, and how you can navigate things like AI chatbot use and digital behavior in your daily casework. Before you can assess a young client's digital life, it helps to know what's typical. Recent findings by the Pew Research Center show that 2 in 3 teens report using AI chatbots, and 3 in 10 do so daily. Some are even turning to these tools for casual conversation or emotional support. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, U.S. teens spend an average of over 8 hours per day across all digital media. But it's not just teens. Let's look at a breakdown by age. Children between the ages of 2 and 4 years old spend an average of 2 hours and 8 minutes either online or on a screen. And the 5 to 8-year-old group spends an average of 3 hours and 38 minutes daily. 8 to 13, and you're up to 5 hours and 33 minutes. You also start to see a split where boys are spending more time than girls in the digital realm. Then when you get up to 14 to 17 years, you're looking at over 8 hours and 39 minutes a day. These statistics are a big deal for anyone doing juvenile justice social work, case management with children, or clinical work with adolescents, because it changes what normal looks like. Knowing this data helps you approach the topic without judgment and with some context. Here's our first practical tip: widen your assessment lens. When you're doing an intake or an ongoing assessment, build in questions about digital life in the same way you'd ask about school or family. Try something like, who do you talk to when things feel hard? And be genuinely open to the answer, including social media, a chat group, or an AI chatbot. This isn't about catching a red flag. It's about getting a complete picture. This is exactly the kind of technology-assisted youth assessment thinking that's becoming standard practice. Subtle shifts such as open, non-judgmental questions and staying curious but not alarmed when youth are talking about social media or chatbot use help encourage more accurate assessments that are relevant to how young people actually live today. A really common mistake is treating all screen time the same way. 5 hours of video call with friends is very different from 5 hours of passive scrolling and comparison. So when you're evaluating a client's device use, ask what they're actually doing, not just how long they're doing it. Are they connecting with people, or are they spiraling into comparison? This context is what separates a surface-level conversation about screen time and adolescent well-being from one that actually helps you understand what's going on for that young person. Here's some lower-risk digital time activities: active social connection with friends, creative expression like doing art, video, or writing, learning or skill building, things that are structured with purposeful use. Some higher risk digital activities include passive scrolling while comparing themselves with others, late night unsupervised use, replacing human support with a chatbot, and other types of unstructured compulsive checking. Let me give you an example that can help put things into perspective. A school social worker had a student who seemed increasingly withdrawn. Instead of assuming it was just typical teen behavior, she asked directly about who the student talked to when things felt hard. It turned out the student had been leaning almost entirely on an AI chatbot after a falling out with friends. That one conversation completely reshaped the intervention plan. Instead of just individual coping strategies, the focus became more rebuilding real peer connections. That's the value of asking these types of digital questions directly instead of just assuming. Cyberbullying isn't a side issue anymore. It's a core competency for youth-focused practitioners, school counselors, and social workers. Step 1 is understanding the platform where it's happening, because reporting tools and evidence gathering looks different on Snapchat versus group chat versus Instagram. Step 2 is documentation. Get specifics down clearly and early. Step 3 is bringing in caregivers and school partners quickly. This matters even more in juvenile justice social work contexts, where online conflict can escalate into real-world legal situations. And finally, treating digital conflict with the same seriousness as an in-person conflict is a simple mindset shift that makes a big difference. As you build more digital literacy into your practice, you also have to remain vigilant about data privacy. A lot of consumer AI tools and chatbots are simply not HIPAA compliant, which makes them a bad fit for anything involving client information, especially with minors. Before you adopt any new tool, ask directly, is this encrypted? Is access role-based? And is there an audit trail? Ethical AI use in social services isn't about avoiding technology. It's about choosing the right technology, the kind built specifically for handling sensitive case data security. So we've covered why digital behavior belongs in your assessments, how to evaluate screen time and social media use with real context, how to respond to cyberbullying, and why data privacy has to be non-negotiable when you're choosing technology for your practice. And speaking of technology, if you're ready to bring all of this together into one secure, easy-to-use platform, check out the Case Management Hub. You can start a free trial and no credit card is needed. This case management platform checks all the boxes for security, including being HIPAA compliant, encrypting data, and having an audit log. Just click the link in the description to start a free trial today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.